Hello and welcome to another episode of Football Talk Podcast. My name is Ozzie and I'm your host for today's show. Now, today's show is on Tuesday, the 7th of March, if you didn't know the date. Now, I don't know about you, but I had a wonderful weekend. Now, United fans, I'm not being shameless because, yes, I did a full match review yesterday of this important game that took place in MW26, but I have to talk about it again as part of my normal scheduled show. So let's begin. But before I do, my throat's a little bit dry, I feel a little bit parched. So let me take a little quick drink. Let's have a sip. Can't beat nice cold can of 7 up there. So let's begin the review. So Liverpool 7, Manchester United 0. I'm not going to be tired of saying that. But what a game it was. What a result for the mighty Reds. Now, Liverpool were cooking, to say the least, against the Red Devils there. I've got some exclusive footage to show you guys from the weekend. So let me bring it up for you guys.
You squeeze up the line, man. Squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it. Yeah, boy. Yum it up.
And that's exactly what Liverpool did. Now, Gary Neville has come out and made some ridiculous claims. And apparently he cried on Monday Night Football. So I said, cry more, fella, cry more. Because calling the match a freak result and saying we played average, behave. Most of the United fan base actually disagree with the points you've made over the weekend. So let me say it loudly. Football is a humbler. The United fan base thought winning the Carabao Cup would open the door to greatness. Well, really? Can we think like that? Of course not. Now, Ten Hag, or should I call him Seven Hag from now on, also got humbled. My guy thought he was facing FC Twente or AZ Alkmaar and underestimated the power of Anfield. So let me remind you, Mr. Ten Hag or Seven Hag, this is not any stadium. This is Anfield, the Red Fortress. Now, if I was able to speak to Ten Hag before the game, I probably would have said something to him along these lines.
All right. You're going to learn today.
And he learned a hard lesson on Sunday, didn't he? But these things happen in life. It's part of growth. So next time, I'm sure we'll be a little bit more careful with what he says. Also, United fans, talk to me. What happened to your boy Rashford, the so-called best striker in the world? He was awfully quiet. Apparently, he's gone missing. But I think there might be one guy who may know his whereabouts. So I'm sure you've seen his face around, haven't you? Also, what happened to Lizzie Martinez? Is he okay? The beast, as he's referred to, seemed really fired up before the game. Again, I've got the exclusive footage here of him before the game.
Ko kayo paano mag-karate. Oh, gobi. Sipa. Oh, talon. Sandang ka lang. Grabe. Oh.
But this beast was tamed by the one and only Mo Salah, as you can see in the picture here. Salah was running rings around Lizzie Martinez and sent him up to a different universe. That's how bad it was. Also, what happened to Uncle Kasim? That's how I know him as. Oh, you might know him as Casemiro. What happened to him? Couldn't really do much against the Asian midfield, could he? A lot of talk was behind this game. A lot of fans were very confident, especially from the United side. But anyway, move on. Let's talk about the game now. First half, personally, I believe Liverpool were comfortable in the opening 25 minutes. Man United started to build a bit of momentum for, say, 10-15 minutes of that period, with Bruno Fernandes actually going really close with his header, which goes wide and off target. Gakpo, for me, the star of the show, opens the scoreline in the 43rd minute And what a finish it was. Lovely pass by Robertson in the build-up as well. I'm warming up to Gakpo playing this false 9 position. For me, it looks like he's taking the baton from Firmino as his future successor. And I think that does well for the future of the Liverpool front line. The second half was simply a massacre. Núñez scoring the second goal with a bullet header, then Salah scoring a half volley on his right foot, and what a banger it was. But the fourth goal was my favourite. Salah twisting and turning to set up Gakpo, and his finish was just... what's the word? How can I describe that finish?
Sensational.
Sensational indeed. Goal number 5. What a great header that was by Núñez as well. And to be fair, the celebration wasn't too bad either. That's the one. That's the one. The trademark Rashford celebration there. Goal number 6. A monumental goal for the Egyptian king. He breaks another record and is now Liverpool's all-time Premier League top goal scorer with 129 goals, eclipsing Robbie Fowler with 69 fewer games. Now, I've run out of words to describe this player. Simply phenomenal. And I'm sure he will continue to break more records as time goes on. Finally, the goal number 7. And this goal was special for obvious reasons. As everyone knows, Firmino is set to leave Liverpool at the end of the season. He came on as a sub, and what a reception he got from the crowd. It was electric. But as always, he put the cherry on top with a nice finish to cap Liverpool's 7-star performance. And this puts Liverpool in a very strong position. This puts Liverpool in 5th place with 42 points, only 3 points behind 4th place. Tottenham is actually the team that we play on 30th of April, so that will be a nail-biting game for all fans affiliated. I won't say we're favourites for the top 4, and I'll be honest, I was looking ahead of the fixtures and they're not very kind with us, especially in April. We play Man City, Chelsea, Arsenal and Tottenham. So I think if we can get decent amount of points against these teams here, we're in for a chance. But at least we're in the race, and fingers crossed we can take this result and resurrect our season. I believe this result is the beginning of the new Klopp era. Heavy metal football 2.0, if you want to call it. Our front line is a newly formed team with Gakpo playing as a false 9. And we've also got Núñez, who can play as an out-and-out striker, but can also play in wide roles. So we have different players that can offer variations on the pitch. If we can strengthen our midfield and add a defender in the summer, we'll be cooking like Ainsley Harriott that I showed you earlier on. So on to the next game. Arsenal versus Bournemouth. This match seemed to be on the back burner. It wasn't really talk of the town due to Liverpool's assault on Manchester United over the weekend. But this was a huge result for the Gunners. And I have to say, it was a champion's performance. But the opening goal blew everyone away. Billing scores the first goal in literally 10 seconds. Outrageous, but what a move by Bournemouth. Bournemouth probably should have made it 2 in quick succession, but Ouattara's shot was saved fantastically by Ramsdale. Eventually, they did actually get the second goal, but this was in the 57th minute when Senesi scored from a fantastic corner. Nice headed goal there. So at 2-0, you're thinking Bournemouth are really on the front foot here. They're playing some good football. Maybe it could be their day, but Arsenal had other thoughts in their head, and they answered back. Firstly, with a close range goal from Partey, and Ben White getting his first goal for Arsenal. It had to be looked at by VAR. We weren't sure if it crossed the line. But yeah, they got the equaliser. But the winning goal was simply unstoppable. What a left-footed strike by Reece Nelson. Give that man a contract ASAP, as that goal could be the decider and possibly bring the title home to the Emirates. So let me know what you guys think. Are Arsenal still strong favourites to win the title? Or do you think the next team that I'm about to analyse, Man City, able to eclipse their successive run right now? Remains to be seen. As I mentioned, Man City, they won 2-0 over the weekend. This game took place before the Arsenal game. So City would have been in a positive mood, applying pressure to Arsenal. obviously they weren't to know that that Arsenal were going to win later in the day. So end of the day, they did their job and they beat a very strong Newcastle team. Goals coming from Phil Foden and Bernardo Silva. Phil Foden was on smoke throughout the game. He's starting to show his best form again, especially in recent games. The opening goal was a fantastic run, lovely finish as well, driving past 2-3 players, leaving them for dead. The second goal came from Bernardo Silva in the second half. Despite Newcastle actually applying pressure before that goal, they had a good chance with Joelinton, who wasn't able to convert. But this was the nail in the coffin, unfortunately. When it's 2-0 up, I think it was just game over in that regard. So City are still 5 points behind Arsenal, but there's still 12 games remaining. So all to play for. Nothing's lost at this stage of the season. So the excitement will continue regarding the title race. The next game I'm going to review, Chelsea versus Leeds United. Now, can you believe it? Chelsea finally got their first Premier League win in 2023. It's a miracle. They also won tonight as well against Dortmund. And there was a Wesley Fofana who grabbed the winning goal. I'll be brutally honest, I actually forgot he played for Chelsea. But Chelsea, for me, maybe should have scored more than one goal in this game. João Felix, not Felix, he's corrected us this week as none of us have been able to pronounce his name over the years. He had a shot that was smashed onto the crossbar. Chua also had a shot that went wide. Sterling had half a chance where he hit over the crossbar, but the goal was a towering header from Fofana. Great finish from the young defender there. Chelsea are now in 10th place. Maybe this win can help build some momentum in the upcoming fixtures. Like I mentioned, they won tonight as well in the Champions League. So maybe something will happen. Their next 3 fixtures in the Premier League are against Leicester City, Everton, and Aston Villa. So winnable games there. So let's see how the season unfolds. So this is the end of my Match 26 review. But before we conclude the show, I would like to announce the FPL Manager of the Week. So personally, I got 68 points, which at first glance I thought not the best score, but it actually helped me move up the league. So I'm currently 29th in our FTP league. Not great, but I'm kind of like Chelsea right now. I'm trying to build momentum to keep going forward. But the FPL Manager of the Week is Telo Mata Savi, and his team name is Savi Team Rovers, and he scored 91 points. Sorry. And you had Salah as your captain, which was such a smart move. God knows why I didn't do that. I should have made Salah captain. I think I went for Haaland, but yeah, I should have known better. Disappointed with that one, as Salah does have a great record against United. But nonetheless, congrats to Tello, fully deserved. And that brings us to the end of the show. So as always, guys, thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed my shameless content today. Please show your support by hitting the like and subscribe button. Also, drop a comment, let me know your thoughts, and share this link with your friends and family, especially if they support Man United. You're allowed to troll them for this week. It's only right. This show, I've got another show coming up. So I've got another show coming up this Friday at an earlier time. So it'll be 8 p.m. UK time. And I will be joined by a special guest to preview Liverpool's upcoming game against Bournemouth, which is a midday kickoff on Saturday. Also, follow me on social media. You can follow me on Twitter at OzzieFTP, as you can see on the screen, or you can follow me on Instagram at Ozzie.ftp. So before I go, guys, I have a question to ask. What word rhymes with heaven? 7. Got the answer correct there. Yes, I will stop being shameless. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Take care. Stay safe. And I hope to see you soon. Good evening.